This is a demonstration of how to calculate means and standard deviations in Excel. First thing we need to do is enter our data. We're going to put all of the data for a particular population or treatment group into one column. In this example, we have 8 samples for each of the populations. In the case that you're missing a sample for one of the populations, leave the cell blank, do not enter 0. We're going to speed through the data entry process. Enter your data carefully, and when you are done, check it to make sure you did not make any mistakes. Once you have finished, you can click on an empty cell and then click the Formula Builder button, which will pull up a new window. In this window, you will see average, or you may have to search for average. To verify that Excel is using the correct data to calculate the average, you can look in the Formula Builder bar. In the Formula Builder bar, B2 refers to the value that is in column B, row 2, and B9 refers to the value that is in column B, row 9. The colon in between B2 and B9 tells Excel to select all of the data in between B2 and B9. You can also see that Excel has highlighted the data that will be used to calculate the average. Once you have verified that Excel is using the correct data, you can press Enter to calculate the average. You can then repeat the same procedure for population 2 and 3, or you can click and drag the cell that contains the formula to calculate the mean for populations 2 and 3. We will add a label to this row to remind us what the values in this row represent. We adjust the column width so that the entire label is shown. We then add the label to the row that will contain the standard deviation. If you wish to insert an empty row between rows that are filled with values, you can right-click on a row and press Insert, or you can find Insert in the main menu and click Row. We will now use the same data that we used to calculate the average to calculate the standard deviation. We begin by selecting an empty cell and clicking the Formula Builder button. In the pulled-up window, we cannot find the function that will calculate the standard deviation, so we have to search for it. We type in ST, which pulls up STDEV, the function that will calculate the standard deviation. After clicking STDEV and checking the Formula Builder bar, we see that Excel is trying to calculate the standard deviation from the cell that contains the average. We need to select the same data that was used to calculate the average. We can do this by highlighting the cells B2 through B9, or we can type into the Formula Builder bar B2:B9. Once we have selected the correct data, we can press Enter, and we see that the standard deviation is calculated in the formerly empty cell. We can repeat the same procedure for populations 2 and 3, or we can click and drag the cell that contains the formula to calculate the standard deviation. We have now calculated the average and standard deviation for our 3 populations.